Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Local Love Friday. Today, I have the privilege of being here with an amazing nonprofit organization that is focusing on spreading the message and sharing and being really big advocates of this community. It is the Oxx Foundation. I'm here with my friend Michelle. Michelle, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle, and I'm here with the Oxx Foundation, and we are a nonprofit organization that focuses on bringing awareness to Parkinson's disease and raising funds for not only programs, but also money towards research. We also focus on trauma-informed care, which is particularly important when you're dealing with patients of Parkinson's disease, their caregivers, their families, and our community.
I love that. I love that. And guys, they are doing this with like so much care and so much love. There's some of these activities and events that they're having. So tell me a little bit more, like how did the Oxx Foundation begin?
It really started when the world began to snowball in 2020. In March of 2020, I received a diagnosis that I had Parkinson's disease. And it was somewhat of a shock, but I always had a tremor.
Wow.
Always had a tremor ever since I can remember. And it just started getting worse. So I decided to go get it checked out, got the first opinion, got a second opinion, and they came back with the fact that I had Parkinson's. And this was, again, March of 2020.
Wow.
The next day I go into school because I'm a teacher of 25 years, and we got called into a meeting that get prepared to teach remotely because we're shutting down.
Wow. So you're getting good news on top of good news.
Yes.
And first of all, thank you for sharing that journey with us, because that's a lot, and bringing in your personal health. But it sounds like this is kind of like a passion project for you as well.
Absolutely.
So your desire to make this impact so people can know more about this disease on a global level is profound. And we thank you for being here, one, to share that part of the story.
You're welcome.
And then thank you for the things that you're doing. So how did this kind of impact the family and make you kind of transition into doing something totally different than teaching? Because thank you for your service, because teaching's not easy. So that's a big shift.
It is a big shift. And I taught through COVID. I taught remotely. I went back and taught in person. And year after year, things just became a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
I was focused in the elementary school. So when you're working with those littles, you're on all the time. You're wearing a million different hats, and you're on stage performing.
Yeah.
Basically, no matter how you're feeling, what you're doing, what's going on.
Doesn't even matter.
No,
doesn't even matter. You gotta show up every day.
Right. And day after day, it was getting very difficult for me to do that. So with the help of my family and my school family and my doctors, I had to make the difficult decision that it was time to take a major step back and retire from teaching.
Wow. Wow. That takes great strength and courage. And the fact that you're willing to tell that story and realize that like it takes a village, and then be able to do what you're doing right now, like I love it. But that speaks volumes, you guys, to this fact that this organization is passion fueled by a personal story. She's actually living it. Right? For those of you who aren't aware of what Parkinson's is, do you want to give them just, if you mind sharing a little bit about what that means to someone who has Parkinson's?
Parkinson's disease is becoming more and more complicated to explain day by day. We've heard of people like Michael J. Fox, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's and really made a huge impact in bringing it to the forefront. But Parkinson's affects everybody differently, and that's the struggle right now. It's a neurological disease, but it's also physical, it is emotional, it's cognitive. It's basically all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
Am I lying, guys?
All
the things.
It's all the things, and it's every day. Some days are better than others. You know, your balance, your rigidity, your movements, the cognitive functions that you take for granted.
For sure.
Some days aren't there like they used to be.
I get that.
There's things that up until recently, I didn't realize that I couldn't do things that I used to do. It wasn't until I started physical therapy and they ask you to do certain movements, and all of a sudden I couldn't do it.
Wow.
So
it's like an eye-opener,
it
and
was
like
major gut punch and eye-opener at the same time.
Right.
So Parkinson's, there is no cure for Parkinson's, but we have really tried to focus on giving our community an outlet.
I love that.
And trying to bring local resources to a global problem.
That's a fact.
And a global problem that the fact that not only do we not have a cure for it, but the ever-changing disease that really needs global attention needs to be focused locally.
Yes.
So for that to happen.
It starts at the local
level, and then
yeah. And that is part of the reason I wanted to have you here and at least talk through it, because I feel like awareness is such a big key. And I feel like education is paramount. Like, I mean, the fact that you guys are running events to help fundraise for these families and on a local level have this awareness. We're going to talk about some of your events in a minute because I want to hear more about that as far as like how we can better support as an organization. But I think having you here with us today, and I really appreciate your time because I know that, you know, you have a lot going on with this foundation and a lot of the things that you are, but like just your story in itself, the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there and that you're fighting this every day and you're still showing up, kudos. Like I can't, like I love you. Like I already love you. Like you're like my friend, but like it's still very impactful to understand that everyone has a journey, guys. Like
yes.
we're all doing something, right? We're all fighting our own battles within, and sometimes you have no idea what somebody's going through. So we always talk about that as well. The mental illness, the actual physical illnesses, there's things people don't talk about at all.
And the Oxx Foundation, our tagline is embracing the journey.
And that's what I love. So tell me about your logo. You guys will see that over in the corner, but tell me, whenever I saw it, I was like, oh, this is adorable. But there's a story behind it, so.
Well, the Oxx Foundation is, the name basically is our family name.
That's right.
That's me. And my husband and my children, you know, our core five, as I like to call us. And it starts there because it starts, like everything, it starts at home. And the people that are affected the most. So when it came time for me to do something else, it just made sense. So the Oxx Foundation began, and it really started with embracing the journey. That was just something that I had put out there from day one, because to me, I really don't have another choice.
Oh, I love it that you've embraced the journey. Like you've taken that and you've
Yep.
empowered yourself. And by the things that you're doing with showing up every day, you're empowering other people. And you have no idea like the impact, just seeing you on TV for someone who's suffering through Parkinson's as well, to see that you have the strength to keep moving forward and that there's a local person that maybe she can connect with. This is big. And the fact that you show up every day is a win. So I appreciate that. And I know people that are watching this, we could actually, that'd be an excellent point. Tell me how we can better support or how we can show love on for the foundation.
We have different events that
I love events. We love events. Tell
We
us about
love
the
events.
events. Tell us about the events. Tell us about the events.
You know, that other persona in me, the big party planner, love the events. So we start our year off with just being able to get the word out by having football events. You know, we start with, you know, the calendar year, we bring football into it, and then we have a pickleball event that we did this year that benefited our scholarship fund that we have. Then we move into April, which is Parkinson's Awareness Month. And with Parkinson's Awareness Month, we have our Pancakes for Parkinson's event that I really need to give a huge shout out to my friends from the Jackson School District, from Crawford-Rodriguez Elementary School and Johnson Elementary School, because year after year, even though I'm not there anymore this year, they still came out and supported me and us, and we had a great pancake breakfast.
And they still show love. That's
and
key.
they still show love.
Shout out to you guys.
Show love. And I love them so very much and miss them every day. But they're, still, they're a part of us.
Right.
They're a part of the Oxx Foundation.
I love it, part of the fabric.
Yep. And then moving on to our biggest event of the year is our gift auction.
Guys, I will definitely post the link and the details and the information, because we go to this almost every year.
Yes.
I think me and Dan show up.
You have been there since day one.
Since day one.
Since day one. And this is the event that is growing. I don't even have the words to express how big it's gotten.
Guys, they had to change venues because the first one, each year they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So the awareness, the notification, the acknowledgement of how we can better support this organization is growing year after year after year.
Yeah.
But tell us about the event this year.
This year's event is going to be held at Spring Lake Manor in Spring Lake, and we've basically taken over. And we had to get 2 rooms, one just for our gifts and baskets, and the other, the banquet room, for all of our great families and friends and donors. And it's been insane. We've got great gift baskets. We've got a great grand prize.
What's your grand prize this year?
I'm not telling.
She's not telling.
No. Our grand prize this year is a weekend getaway to the Poconos, sponsored by
Quarter Plus Realty. We love you guys.
And we love you, and we thank you. And they, you guys have been our grand prize every year, and we get requests
to make sure you still have
to
it.
make sure we still have it, because everybody who has won that prize is beyond thrilled with it, and everybody wants it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for continuing to give to us. But we also have great donors, and we're looking for more.
Yes.
And we're looking for sponsors. So
she segued right into it, guys. I like it, because the question is always what else can you guys do?
Tickets are still on sale. We're looking for basket donations. We're looking for sponsors for the event.
Tell them.
So you could get that information everywhere.
And it'll be here too, guys. They'll probably have it over in her corner floating by her head too, also the little right there.
You can go to our website, which is oxxfoundation.org. You can follow us on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, the Oxx Foundation. And it's just, I literally blow everything up with it. And we're giving sneak peeks. So if you go on our socials, you'll be able to see sneak peeks of the gifts, gift baskets that will be at the event.
I love it. I love it. Guys, I'm so excited about the event. I'm so glad you spent time with us today. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that you want families to know about the impact and the importance of being able to share your story and embrace the journey?
It's so important to let people know that you're not alone.
That's the key.
You're not alone. We are stronger together, and that's the theme of our gift auction every single year. Stronger Together for Parkinson's. And going forward, we're going to be having community events. We're starting support groups for not only patients with Parkinson's, but also caregivers and families. So look out for all of that to come in the future, because we are all in this together, and we need to support each other.
I love that. And that's why I align with organizations like this, because you guys are watching my videos. You guys see it. I'm always saying you're never alone. I'm always saying that you get further when you work with someone. You get further when you work together. And that is why I've kind of introduced the local love, because local love is real love. And it starts on a smaller level.
Yep.
And if we can support each other, we can all rise together. So thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Guys, I'm going to have all our information on here. But thanks for locking in and checking out another episode of Local Love. Take care, guys.